Okay. Once again, good morning, all of you. So in yesterday's lecture, we have completed the LMTD for the counterflow heat exchanger. So what is the LMTD for the counterflow heat exchanger? That is theta m is equal to theta 1 minus theta 2 divided by ln of theta 1 upon theta 2. So for the calculation of LMTD for the counterflow heat exchanger, we have to use this equation, and by using this equation, we have to calculate the log mean temperature difference value. Okay, and by using that, we have to calculate the rate of heat transfer. What is the equation for the rate of heat transfer? That is Q is equal to U into A into theta m. Q is equal to U into A into theta m. Okay. And after that, we have discussed about the two special cases. In first cases, we have considered the theta 1 is equal to theta 2 is equal to theta. At that time, we have to use the equation as a Q is equal to U into A into theta. We have to use directly theta instead of LMTD. Okay. If the theta 1 is equal to theta 2, at that case, we have to use that theta value for the calculation of the rate of heat transfer. That is Q is equal to U into A into theta. Okay, and from that we get the conclusions, that is LMTD for the counterflow unit is always greater than the parallel unit, and and the heat transfer, so therefore we get the rate of heat transfer in counterflow is higher as compared to the parallel flow heat exchanger. Okay, so what is the meaning of this? So maximum times, for this reason, the counterflow arrangement usually used. Okay, then we have discussed about the case number 2, in that when the temperature variations of the fluids are relatively small, and whatever the graph we get, that graph is straight line, or variation curves are approximately straight lines. At that time we have to use the AMTD, that is arithmetic mean temperature difference. So at that time we have to use the equation as a Q is equal to U into A into theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2. That is, we have to, instead of theta m, we have to take the average of the two temperatures, that is theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2. By using that, we have to calculate the Q. Okay, so when we have to use the AMTD, when the theta 1 upon theta 2 is less than 1.7, at that time we have to use the AMTD. And when we have to use the LMTD, when theta 1 upon theta 2 is greater than or equal to 1.7, at that time we have to use the LMTD. Okay, after that we have discussed about the overall heat transfer coefficient. So for that we get one equation for the overall heat transfer coefficient for the inner surface. And what is the equation for the overall heat transfer coefficient for the inner surface? That is UI is equal to 1 upon hi plus ri upon k into ln ro by ri plus ri by ro into 1 upon ho. So by using this equation, we have to calculate the overall heat transfer coefficient for that particular heat transfer for the inner surface, and for the overall heat transfer coefficient for the outer surface. So what is the equation for the outer surface? That is UO is equal to 1 divided by 1 upon hi into ro by ri plus ro by k ln of ro by ri plus 1 upon ho. So by using that equation, we have to calculate the UO. Okay, so UI is nothing but overall heat transfer coefficient for the inner surface, and UO is nothing but overall heat transfer coefficient for the outer surface. Okay, after that we have discussed about the falling factor or scaling factor of the heat exchanger. So okay, next point we have discussed, that is falling factor or scaling factor. Okay, so in a heat exchanger, during normal operation, the tube surface gets covered by the deposits of ash, soot, dirt, and scale, etc. This phenomenon of rust formation and deposition on of fluid impurities is called as फॉलिंग. फॉलिंग म्हणजे काय असणार आहे? तर एक लेअर तयार होणार आहे, जे का आपला हीट एक्सचेंजरचा सरफेस असणार आहे, त्याच्यावरती रस्ट फॉर्मेशन होणार आहे, किंवा त्याच्यावरती कसला तर एक डिपॉझिशनचा लेअर तयार होणार आहे इम्प्युरिटीज मुळे. दॅट लेअर इज नथिंग बट फॉलिंग. ओके, सो ड्यू टू दिस सरफेस डिपॉझिट, म्हणजे एखाद्या सरफेस वरती जर आणखी एखादा सरफेस क्रिएट झाला, तर तिथं काय होणार आहे? रेजिस्टन्स इन्क्रीज होणार आहे. ओके, सो ड्यू टू दिस सरफेस डिपॉझिट्स द थर्मल रेजिस्टन्स इज इन्क्रीजेस. ओके, जसं कंडक्शन मध्ये एक प्लेट आहे, तर त्याच्यामध्ये कंडक्शन होणार आहे, तर त्या प्लेटवरती समजा आणखी एखादा थर तयार झाला, तर तिथं पण तो थर काय करणार आहे? रेजिस्टन्स क्रिएट करणार आहे. ओके, if resistance is increases, automatically rate of heat transfer rate will be reduces, means the effectiveness of that particular heat exchanger will be reduces. Okay, due to these surface deposits, the thermal resistance is increased, and eventually the performance of heat exchanger is lowers. Okay, then HSI and HS will be the heat transfer coefficient for the scale deposited on the inside and outside surface respectively, and then the thermal resistance, the resistances to scale formation on the inside surface, that is RSI, and outside surface, that is RSO, are given by. So what is the equation for the resistances for the scale? That is for the inner surface, RSI is equal to 1 divided by AI into HSI, and for the outer surface, RSO is equal to 1 upon AO into HSO. Okay. Then what is meant by Fouling factor? Fouling factor is nothing but the reciprocal of the स्केल हिट ट्रान्सफर कोएफिशियंट. स्केल हिट ट्रान्सफर कोएफिशियंट म्हणजे काय असणार आहे? एच असणार आहे, आणि त्याचा रेसिप्रोकल म्हणजे काय असणार आहे? फॉलिंग फॅक्टर असणार आहे. सो देअरफॉर RF is equal to 1 upon HS. Okay. And for the experimentally, how to calculate the fouling factor? That is RF is equal to 1 upon U dirty minus 1 upon U clean. Okay. So U dirty is nothing but ज्या वेळेला डिपॉझिशन ऍक्ट होणार आहे त्यावेळेचा जो काय ओव्हरऑल हिट ट्रान्सफर कोएफिशियंट असणार आहे, दॅट इज नथिंग बट U dirty. And when there is a no deposition on any surface of the heat exchanger, at that time we have to consider that overall heat transfer coefficient, that is nothing but U clean. Okay. So we have to take the difference of 1 upon U dirty minus 1 upon clean, that is nothing but fouling factor, which is determined by the experimentally. Okay. So from that we get the equations for the overall heat transfer coefficient for the inner surface, that is UI is equal to 1 divided by 1 upon HI plus RFI plus RI upon K ln of RO by RI plus RI upon RO into RFO plus RI upon RO into 1 upon HO. So by using this equation we have to calculate the ज्यावेळेला डिपॉझिशन आतल्या सरफेस वरती आणि बाहेरच्या सरफेस वरती येणार आहे त्यावेळेला आपल्याला हा इक्वेशन यूज करायचा आहे. अँड बाय युझिंग दिस इक्वेशन वी हॅव टू कॅल्क्युलेट दी ओव्हरऑल हीट ट्रान्सफर कोएफिशियंट फॉर दी inner surface, and similarly we have to calculate the overall heat transfer coefficient for the outer surface. And what is that equation? That is UO is equal to 1 divided by RO upon RI into 1 upon HI plus RO upon RI into RFI plus RO by K ln of RO by RI plus RFO plus 1 upon HO. Okay. So from this equation, if there is a we are not considering the fouling factor, then what is the equation? U is equal to 1 divided by RO upon RI into 1 upon HI plus RO by K ln of RO by RI plus 1 upon HO. आणि जर 3 wall ट्यूब असेल त्यावेळेला UO काय असणार आहे? UO is equal to 1 divided by 1 upon HI plus 1 upon HO. Okay. So this part we have discussed in the yesterday's lecture. After that we have solved one problem which is related to the LMTD, and in that problem we have calculated the heat transfer rate. After that we have calculated the TC2, then we have calculated the logarithmic mean temperature difference, that is theta m, and then we have calculated the overall heat transfer coefficient, and from that we have calculated the surface area for that particular heat exchanger. So what equation we have to use for the calculation of the area? That is Q is equal to U into A into theta m. By using that equation we have calculated the area, and we get the value of area as a 2.66 meter square. Okay. So this is about the first problem. That problem we have solved in the yesterday's lecture. Now we have to solve the second problem. Now we are present the screen. Okay. So all of you write down the second problem. Write down second problem. Write down in a counter flow. Write down second problem. सगळ्यांनी कॅल्क्युलेटर वही पेन सगळे घेऊन बसत जावा. Okay. So all of you write down the second problem. In a counter flow double pipe heat exchanger, in a counter flow double pipe heat exchanger, in a counter flow double pipe heat exchanger, water is heated from 25 degrees Celsius. Water is heated from 25 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius to 65 degrees Celsius, 65 degrees Celsius, 65 degrees Celsius. Once again, in a counter flow double pipe heat exchanger, water is heated from water is heated from 25 degrees Celsius to 65 degrees Celsius, 25 degrees Celsius to 65 degrees Celsius by an oil, by an oil, by an oil with a specific heat, with a specific heat, specific heat specific heat of 1.45 kilojoule per kg Kelvin, specific heat of 1.45 kilojoule per kg Kelvin, 1.45 kilojoule per kg Kelvin, kilojoule per kg Kelvin, and mass flow rate of, and mass flow rate of, and mass flow rate of 0.9 kg per second, and mass flow rate of 0.9 kg per second, mass flow rate of 0.9 kg per second, full stop. The oil is cooled from, the oil is cooled from, the oil is cooled from, the oil is cooled from 230 degrees Celsius, 230 degrees Celsius to 160 degrees Celsius. The oil is cooled from, the oil is cooled from 230 degrees Celsius to 160 degrees Celsius, 230 degrees Celsius to 160 degrees Celsius, full stop. If the overall heat transfer coefficient, if the overall heat transfer coefficient, if the overall heat transfer coefficient is, if the overall heat transfer coefficient is 420 watt per meter square degree Celsius, if the overall heat transfer coefficient, if the overall heat transfer coefficient is 420 watt per meter square degree Celsius, overall heat transfer coefficient is 420 watt per meter square degree Celsius, 420 watt per meter square degree Celsius. Calculate the following, calculate the following, calculate the following, calculate the following, calculate the following. Write down first, first, calculate the following. First, the rate of heat transfer, the rate of heat transfer, the rate of heat transfer, the rate of heat transfer. Second, the mass flow rate of water, 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 the mass flow rate of water. And third, the surface area of heat exchanger, the surface area of heat exchanger, the surface area of heat exchanger, the surface area of heat exchanger. Okay, so this is the problem. In this problem, we have to calculate the rate of heat transfer, means we have to calculate the value of Q, then mass flow rate of the water. So in this case, water is nothing but cold fluid. So we have to calculate the mass flow rate of the cold fluid, means m dot c is equal to question mark, and then surface area of the heat exchanger, means we have to calculate the value of capital A. Okay, so all of you do the calculation by yourself. First of all, we have to read that problem carefully, understood what is to be given in that problem, write down the given things. Okay, so I will help to write down the given things, and after that we have to solve by problem by yourself. So काय दिलेलं बघा, in a counter flow double pipe heat exchanger, means here they have given the counter flow heat exchanger. So we have to remember the graphical representation for the counter flow heat exchanger. Okay, म्हणजे इथं काय असणार आहे, हॉट फ्लुइड जे असणार आहे ते लेफ्ट टू राईट मूव्ह होणार आहे, पण कोल्ड फ्लुइड राईट टू लेफ्ट मूव्ह होणार आहे. Okay, so according to that we have to draw the diagram. समजले? हॉट फ्लुइड काय होणार आहे, लेफ्ट हँड टू राईट हँड मूव्ह होणार आहे आणि कोल्ड फ्लुइड जे असणार आहे ते राईट हँड टू लेफ्ट हँड मूव्ह होणार आहे. बिकॉज पॅरलल फ्लुइड एक्सचेंजर इज नथिंग बट टू फ्लुइड्स मूव्हिंग इन दी opposite direction, two fluids moving in the opposite direction. So from this first statement, that is in a counter flow double pipe heat exchanger, we have to understood this is the counter flow heat exchanger. So we remember the what is the graphical representation for the counter flow heat exchanger, and we have to draw that diagram. Okay, so water is heated from 25 degree Celsius to 65 degree Celsius. म्हणजे जे काय वॉटर आहे त्या हीट एक्सचेंजर मध्ये त्या वॉटरचं टेम्परेचर इन्क्रीज होते असं म्हणता येते. ओके, सो वॉटरचं टेम्परेचर कुठून कुठपर्यंत इन्क्रीज होणार आहे, फ्रॉम 25 डिग्री सेल्सिअस टू 65 डिग्री सेल्सिअस. समजले? तर 25 काय झाला तर हा वॉटर म्हणजे काय असणार आहे, इथं कोल्ड फ्लुइड असणार आहे. अँड फॉर द कोल्ड फ्लुइड व्हॉट इज द इनलेट टेम्परेचर, दॅट इज TC1. सो TC1 इज इक्वल टू 25 अँड TC2 इज नथिंग बट 65. ओके, सो हिअर वॉटरचं टेम्परेचर काय होणार आहे, इन्क्रीज होणार आहे. म्हणजे कोल्ड फ्लुइडचं टेम्परेचर इन्क्रीज होत असते. सो देअर फॉर वॉटर इज नथिंग बट कोल्ड फ्लुइड. And for the cold fluid, what are the notation? Inlet temperature is TC1 and outlet temperature is TC2. So TC1 is equal to 25 degree Celsius and TC2 is nothing but 65 degree Celsius. Okay. By an oil. तर ह्या वॉटरला कोण हिट करणार आहे, तर दुसऱ्या पाईप मध्ये काय असणार आहे, त्या हिट एक्सचेंजर मध्ये दोन कंपार्टमेंट असणार आहेत. एका कंपार्टमेंट मध्ये त्यांनी डबल पाईप हिट एक्सचेंजर सांगितले, तर एका पाईप मध्ये जर वॉटर असेल तर दुसऱ्या पाईप मध्ये काय आहे तर ऑइल आहे. ऑइल काय तर गरम आहे. अँड ऑइल विथ ए स्पेसिफिक हिट, तर ऑइलची स्पेसिफिक हिट दिलेली आहे CP. ऑइल काय असणार आहे इथं हॉट फ्लुइड असणार आहे. सो हॉट फ्लुइडची स्पेसिफिक हिट आपण कशी मेन्शन करतोय, CPH. सो CPH इज गिवन, CPH इज इक्वल टू okay oil with a specific heat, that is CPH is equal to 1.45 kilojoule per kg Kelvin and mass flow rate of 0.9 kg per second. म्हणजे ऑइलचा मास फ्लो रेट दिलेला आहे, म्हणजे m.h. ऑइल म्हणजे हॉट फ्लुइड असणार आहे. सो हाऊ टू डिनोट हॉट मास फ्लो रेट ऑफ द हॉट फ्लुइड, दॅट इज m.h. सो देअरफॉर m.h is equal to 0.9 kg per second. CP of H is equal to 1.45 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Okay, then the oil is cooled from, बरोबर, ऑइल गरम आहे त्याने त्याची हीट ट्रान्सफर केलेली आहे, म्हणजे ऑइलचं टेम्परेचर काय होणार आहे, कमी होणार आहे. सो ऑइल इज कूल्ड फ्रॉम 230 डिग्री सेल्सिअस टू 160 डिग्री सेल्सिअस. तुम्ही अजून करा की दोन पाईप आहे, एका पाईप मध्ये वॉटर आहे, दुसऱ्या पाईप मध्ये ऑइल आहे. ओके, ऑइल गरम आहे, वॉटर जे असणार आहे ते थंड असणार आहे. ऑइल काय करणार आहे, त्याची हीट वॉटरला सप्लाय करणार आहे, त्यामुळे वॉटरचं टेम्परेचर इनलेटला कमी असणार आहे, आउटलेटला वाढणार आहे. आणि ऑइलचं टेम्परेचर इनलेटला जास्त असणार आहे आणि आउटलेटला कमी होणार आहे, कारण ती हीट वॉटरला सप्लाय करणार आहे. ओके, सो देअरफॉर द ऑइल इज कूल्ड फ्रॉम 230 डिग्री सेल्सिअस टू 160 डिग्री सेल्सिअस. मीन्स ऑइलचं इनलेटचं टेम्परेचर काय झालं 230. सो TH1 इज इक्वल टू 230, कारण ऑइल हे हॉट फ्लुइड आहे. So therefore TH1 is equal to 230 degree Celsius and TH2 is equal to 160 degree Celsius. Okay, so we get the TH1 and TH2. Then full stop. If the overall heat transfer coefficient is 420 watt per meter square degree Celsius. So they given the overall heat transfer coefficient. So U is nothing but overall heat transfer coefficient. So they have given the value of capital U. So capital U is equal to 420 watt per meter square degree Celsius. Okay, capital U is equal to 420 watt per meter square degree Celsius. Capital U is equal to 420 watt per meter square degree Celsius. Okay, so calculate the following. काय calculate करायचं बघा, the rate of heat transfer means Q is equal to question mark, then mass flow rate of the water means m dot C is equal to question mark, and then surface area of the heat exchanger means A is equal to question mark. Okay, so all of you, I have helping to write down the given things. Now we have to understood the which formula you have to use to find out the Q, then which formula you have to use to find out the mass flow rate, and then which formula to you use to calculate the surface area. First of all, we have to draw that graphical diagram TH1, TH2, TC1, TC2, give the directions, and then we have to do the calculation and tell me the answers for that. Okay, answer calculate करायचे आहे आणि त्याच्यावर मला सांगायचे आहेत काय आन्सर येते. क्यू चे आन्सर काय येते सांगा. सगळ्यांनी आन्सर कॅल्क्युलेट करा. आय विल गिव्ह 5 to 10 minutes to you. So we have to calculate the value of Q, then we have to calculate the value of m dot C, and then we have to calculate the value of area. This is very simple problem. Already we have solved one simple problem. That same type of problem is there. So we have to calculate the value of Q, m dot C, and area. I will give 5 to 10 minutes to you. All of you do the calculation by yourself and put that answers in the chat box. Okay, in 5 minutes you have to do the calculations. Okay. Anyone get the answer? Those who have completed, put that answer in the chat box. Simple problem is there. We know the equation for the rate of heat transfer. Then we know the equations for the rate of heat transfer for the hot fluid and cold fluid. We have to equate that two equation. Then we get the value of m dot c. Okay. Then Q is equal to U into A into theta m. By using that, we have to calculate the area. So this is the simple problem. We have to remember that equations. Already we have derived the derivations for that. By using that derivations, we have to use the formulas and find out the value of Q, then m dot c, then area. Okay. Those who have completed, put their answer in the chat box. All three answers we have to put in the chat box. Okay, only Asar have put the answers. What about others? Do the calculation by yourself. Put that answer in the chat box. Dhanashri have put their answer. What about others? They are only sitting there. What about others? Prerna, Arti, Snehal, Dhanashri. Dhanashri have completed. Karuna, Aniket, Manthan, Abhinay, Dhondiram, Nilesh, Abhijit, Amol, Harshal, Saurabh, Ridham, Madan Patil, Santosh Patil, Yogesh Patil, Rohit Chadge, Aftab Sheikh, Salim Sheikh, Deepak Shinde, Nanasaheb Shinde, Harshvardhan, Mohit, Sandeep Bogol, Pranav, नितीन, विशाल गंथाडे, ओमकार जगताप, आकाश माने, ओंकार काळे, शुभम, वैभव, सुमित, हर्षदा, सुदर्शन. What about others? Anyone get the answer? This is very simple problem. I have already explained all things. Already we have discussed about the derivation, how to calculate Q. Already I have told in the derivation. हॉट फ्लुइड आहे, कोल्ड फ्लुइड आहे, हॉट फ्लुइड त्याची हीट कोल्ड फ्लुइडला ट्रान्सफर करणार आहे, हॉट फ्लुइड मध्ये किती हीट असणार आहे, कोल्ड फ्लुइड मध्ये किती हीट असणार आहे. सो ऑलरेडी वी हॅव रिटन ऑल द इक्वेशन्स. ओके, yesterday we have solved the same problem related to that. Until we don't get the answer, then what is the use of this lecture? Okay, so we have to do the calculation by yourself. You have to understood the concepts. Okay, so this is the most important subject, heat exchanger, in the second section. Okay, as a GATE exam considering, as a MTech heat power considering, heat exchanger is most important subject. We know that this concept, that is the LMTD, what is mean by LMTD, what is mean by NTU method, what are the classifications of the heat exchanger, how to calculate the surface area, how to check the performance of that heat exchanger, what are the different problems in that heat exchanger, that is scale formation. So at that time, how to calculate the rate of heat transfer. So this is the very important subject. So we have to understood each bit from this subject or from this topic. Okay, only Yasar and Sandeep and Dhanashri have put their answer for the Q. Yasar have put their three answers, area, then M dot C. Okay, so first of all, you have to calculate the rate of heat transfer. All of you write down the rate of heat transfer Q. So what is the formula for the Q? So already there are two fluids, hot fluid is there and cold fluid is there. हॉट फ्लुइड साठी आपण कुठले इक्वेशन यूज करू शकतो? फॉर द हॉट फ्लुइड एम डॉट एच इंटू सीपीएच इंटू TH1 minus TH2. Okay, and if cold fluid information is given, that is m dot C into CPC into TC2 minus TC1 is there. So these are the two equations. By using that, we have to calculate the value of Q. But in this case, they have given the mass flow rate of the hot fluid. Okay, Cp of the hot fluid and temperature difference for the hot fluid. So therefore, we have to use the equation which is related to the hot fluid. That is Q is equal to m dot H into Cph into bracket TH1 minus TH2. Okay, so all of you write down what is the equation for the rate of heat transfer Q. So Q is equal to, yes sir, take at the upper side. Q is equal to m dot H into CPH m dot H into CPH into bracket TH1 minus TH2. Okay, so what is the value of mass flow rate of the hot fluid? That is 0.9. Then Cp of the hot fluid, that is 1.45. And then what is the temperature difference for the hot fluid? That is TH1 minus TH2, that is 230 minus 160. So we have to put these values into this equation and we have to get the value of Q. This much amount of heat transfer takes place between that two fluid. मध्ये जी हीट ट्रान्सफर होणार आहे ती कितीने होणार आहे? 91.35 किलोजूल पर सेकंद. एवढ्या एका सेकंदामध्ये 91 किलोजूल एवढी हीट काय होणार आहे? ट्रान्सफर होणार आहे बिकॉज ऑफ धिस हीट एक्सचेंजर. ओके, तर मी इथे ग्राफिकल रिप्रेझेंटेशनची डायग्राम काढलेली आहे. ओके, सो दिस इज द काउंटर फ्लो हीट एक्सचेंजर. ओके, सो हॉट फ्लुइड अँड कोल्ड फ्लुइड डायरेक्शन इज अपोजिट, म्हणजे लेफ्ट टू राईट काय होणार आहे? हॉट फ्लुइड मूव्ह होणार आहे TH1 टू TH2. जे हॉट फ्लुइड म्हणजे काय दिलेलं आहे इथं ऑइल दिलेलं आहे, त्याची डायरेक्शन कशी असणार आहे, लेफ्ट टू राईट असणार आहे. ओके, अँड कोल्ड फ्लुइड इज मुव्हिंग फ्रॉम दी राईट टू दी लेफ्ट बिकॉज दिस इज दी काउंटर फ्लो हीट एक्सचेंजर. पॅरलल फ्लो असतात तर दोन्हीची डायरेक्शन सेम असते, म्हणून वॉटरची डायरेक्शन अपोजिट दाखवलेली आहे. आणि TC1 जो आहे तो कुठं असणार आहे, राईट हँड साइडला असणार आहे, TC1 टू TC2. Okay, so all of you draw this diagram, graphical representation. Yes sir, take small at the upper side. Okay, so first of all we have to calculate the value of Q, then we have to draw this graphical representation where the value of TH1, TH2, TC1, TC2, oil and water is there. Oil is hot fluid, water is cold fluid. Okay, at the left hand side I have drawn the flow arrangement diagram because oil is moving in the forward direction and water is moving in the down backward direction. So that representation given in the diagram. So all of you draw the flow arrangement diagram and counter flow arrangement diagram. That is graphical representation. Okay, आणि आपल्याला माहिती आहे की जे काय हॉट फ्लुइड हीट लॉस करणार आहे तेवढीच हीट कोल्ड फ्लुइड काय करणार आहे, घेणार आहे. म्हणजे आपण काय लिहू शकतोय, हीट लॉस बाय दी ऑइल इज इक्वल टू हीट गेनड बाय दी वॉटर. म्हणजे ऑइल जे आहे ते हॉट फ्लुइड आहे. ओके, सो ऑइल काय करणार आहे, हीट लॉस करणार आहे, आणि हीट कोण गेन करणार आहे, वॉटर गेन करणार आहे. सो वी हॅव टू इक्वेट दॅट टू इक्वेशन and from that two equation we can easily find out the value of m dot c. Okay, from that we have to easily find out the value of m dot c. Okay, so after the completion of diagram we have to write down that equation. The heat lost by the oil is equal to heat gained by water, and write down that equation. M dot h into cph into th1 minus th2 is equal to m dot c into cpc into bracket tc2 minus tc1. Okay, तर आपल्याकडे सगळ्या व्हॅल्यू आहेत. हीट लॉस्ट बाय द ऑइल म्हणजे आपण ती ऑलरेडी व्हॅल्यू, लेफ्ट हँड साइडची व्हॅल्यू आपण ऑलरेडी कॅल्क्युलेट केलेली आहे, 91.35. लेफ्ट हँड साइडची व्हॅल्यू आपण ऑलरेडी कॅल्क्युलेट केलेली आहे. राईट हँड साइडला फक्त अननोन CPC म्हणजे वॉटरचा CP काय असते तर 4.187 असते, आणि आपल्याला अननोन काय m डॉट सी आहे. सो फ्रॉम दिस वी हॅव टू कॅल्क्युलेट द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ m डॉट सी. ओके, सो वी हॅव टू यूज दिस इक्वेशन अँड फाइंड आउट द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ m डॉट सी. समजले का बघा, सिंपल प्रॉब्लेम आहे. हीट लॉस्ट बाय ऑइल इज इक्वल टू हीट गेनड बाय दी वॉटर. हीट लॉस्ट बाय दी ऑइल म्हणजे हॉट फ्लुइडचं टेम्परेचर इक्वेशन आपल्याला माहिती आहे, m डॉट h इंटू cph इंटू th1 मायनस th2, अँड कोल्ड फ्लुइडचं m डॉट c इंटू cpc इंटू tc2 मायनस tc1. ओके, सो वी हॅव टू इक्वेट दिस टू इक्वेशन्स अँड फाइंड आउट द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ m डॉट c. Yes sir, next. Okay, so all of you write down what is the value of m dot c. So we get the value of m dot c is equal to 0.545 kilojoule per kg per second. हा जो असणार आहे तो कोल्ड फ्लुइडचा मास फ्लो रेट असणार आहे, म्हणजे वॉटर ज्या काही फ्लोन आपण पास करणार आहे, म्हणजे वॉटर कसं फ्लो होणार आहे, 0.4 kg पर सेकंड एवढं वॉटर फ्लो होणार आहे पर सेकंड मध्ये. ओके, then our aim is to calculate the area. So as we know that what is the equation for the rate of heat transfer, that is Q is equal to U into A into theta m. So first of all you have to calculate the value of theta m. Theta m is nothing but LMTD. So LMTD for the counter flow heat exchanger. So equation is the same. Theta m is equal to theta 1 minus theta 2 divided by ln of theta 1 upon theta 2. Okay, theta m is equal to theta 1 minus theta 2 divided by ln of theta 1 upon theta 2. तर पहिल्यांदा तुम्ही theta 1 आणि theta 2 फाइंड आउट करा. What is the value of theta 1? Can anyone tell me? What is the value of theta 1? theta 1 काय असणार आहे सांगा. कुठल्या टेम्परेचरचा डिफरन्स म्हणजे theta 1 असणार आहे. Anyone unmute yourself and tell me the answer for that. Theta 1, how to calculate theta 1? Which temperature difference is nothing but theta 1? theta 1 म्हणजे काय असणार आहे, लेफ्ट हँड साइडचा टेम्परेचर डिफरन्स. लेफ्ट हँड साइडला कुठले कुठले टेम्परेचर आहेत, TH1 आणि TC2. सो व्हॉट इज द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ TH1? TH1 इज नथिंग बट 230, and what is the value of TC2? That is 65. So 230 minus 65. 230 minus 65. So that is nothing but theta 1. So we get the answer as a 165. And what about the theta 2? Theta 2 is nothing but temperature difference at the right hand side. So at the right hand side, which temperatures are there? TH2 and TC1. So TH2 minus TC1. TH2 is nothing but 160 and TC1 is nothing but 25. So 160 minus 25, that is nothing but 135. So put that value. Theta 1 is nothing but 165 and theta 2 is nothing but 135. So put that values into this equation and find out the value of LMTD. Okay, so 165 minus 135 divided by ln of 165 divided by 135. So from that we get the value of LMTD, that is 149.5 degrees Celsius. Okay, what is the value of LMTD? 149.5 degrees Celsius. 149.5 degrees Celsius. Okay, so this is the value of LMTD. Now we have to use the standard equation. Q is equal to U into A into theta m. So in that equation we have to calculate the value of area. So as we have calculated the value of Q, we have calculated the value of theta m, and U value is given to us, that is overall heat transfer coefficient, that is 420 watt per meter square degree Celsius. So put that values into the equation and find out the value of area. Okay, yes sir, next. So Q is equal to U into A into theta m. So area is equal to Q upon U into theta m. So Q, what is the value of Q? Already we have calculated the Q is equal to 91.35. That answer is in kilojoule per second. So we have to convert that answer into joule per second. So therefore we have to multiply by 1000. So 91.35 into 10 raised to 3 divided by, what is the value of U? That is given, that is 420 into theta m, that is we have calculated 149.5. So from that we get the value of area. From that we get the value of area. Okay, so this is the very simple problem. So first of all, you have to understand what is to be given. We have to draw the graphical representation diagram. Then we have to remember the formulas, and by using that formulas we have to calculate the all the values, that is surface area, that is heat transfer, then LMTD. So we can easily find out these values. Okay, so this is about the second, which is simple problem. Now we have to take the third problem. Write down next problem. Write down, in a shell and tube, in a shell and tube counter flow heat exchanger, in a shell and tube counter flow heat exchanger, counter flow heat exchanger, water flows through, counter flow heat exchanger, water flows through, water flows through a copper tube, water flows through a copper tube, flows through a copper tube 20 mm internal diameter. In shell and tube counter flow heat exchanger, water flows through, water flows through a copper tube, water flows through a copper tube 20 mm internal diameter, 20 mm internal diameter, and 20 mm internal diameter and 23 mm outer diameter, 20 mm internal diameter and 23 mm outer diameter, 23 mm outer diameter, outer diameter, while oil flows through the shell, while oil flows through the shell, while oil while oil flows through the shell, oil flows through the shell, full stop, water enters at, water enters at 20 degrees Celsius, water enters at 20 degrees Celsius, and water enters at 20 degrees Celsius and comes out at, and comes out at, water enters at 20 degrees Celsius and comes out at 30 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees Celsius, comes out at 30 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees Celsius, comma, while oil enters at, while oil enters at 75 degrees Celsius, while oil enters at 75 degrees Celsius, 75 degrees Celsius, 75 degrees Celsius, and comes out at 60 degrees Celsius, and comes out at 60 degrees Celsius, 60 degrees Celsius, full stop, 60 degrees Celsius, full stop. The water and oil, the water and oil, the water and oil side film coefficient, the water and oil side film coefficients are, oil side film coefficients are 4500, 4500 and 1250 watt per meter square degree Celsius. Film coefficients are 4500 and 1250 watt per meter square degree Celsius respectively, respectively, full stop. The thermal conductivity of the tube wall is, the thermal conductivity of, the thermal conductivity of, the thermal conductivity of the tube wall is, the thermal conductivity of the tube wall is 355 watt per meter degree Celsius. Thermal conductivity of the tube wall is 355 watt per meter degree Celsius, 355 watt per meter degree Celsius, full stop. The following, the following factors, the following factors on oil side may be taken, the following factor, the following factors, the following factors on oil sides may be taken, the following factors on oil sides may be taken, may be taken to be, may be taken to be, may be taken to be 0.0004. The following factors on oil sides may be taken to be 0.0004 and 0.001 respectively, 0.001 respectively, full stop. If the length of the tube is, if the length of the tube is, if the length of the tube is, if the length of the tube is 2.4 meter, if the length of the tube is 2.4 meter, 2.4 meter, comma, calculate the following, calculate the following, calculate the following. First, the overall heat transfer coefficient, the overall heat transfer coefficient, the overall heat transfer coefficient, and second, the heat transfer rate. Second, the heat transfer rate. Second, the heat transfer rate. Okay. So first of all, you have to read the problem carefully and we have to write down the given things. So first of all, read that problem. In a shell and tube counter flow heat exchanger. म्हणजे आपल्याला समजले की पहिला हा काउंटर फ्लो हीट एक्सचेंजर आहे आणि हा शेल अँड ट्यूब टाईपचा हीट एक्सचेंजर आहे. काउंटर फ्लो आहे म्हणजे हॉट फ्लुइड आणि कोल्ड फ्लुइडची डायरेक्शन अपोजिट असणार आहे. त्यामुळे ग्राफिकल रिप्रेझेंटेशन कसं येणार आहे ते लक्षात ठेवा. ओके. फ्लोज थ्रू ए कॉपर ट्यूब 20 mm इनर डायमीटर अँड 23 mm आउटर डायमीटर. तर जो काही हीट एक्सचेंजर त्याच्यामध्ये जी काही कॉपरची ट्यूब आहे त्याचा इनर डायमीटर दिलेला आहे 20 mm आणि आउटरचा डायमीटर दिलेला आहे 23 mm. व्हाईल ऑइल फ्लोज थ्रू दी शेल. तर तो जो काही शेल असणार आहे त्याच्यामधून काय फ्लो होणार आहे, ऑइल फ्लो होणार आहे. अँड वॉटर एंटर्स ॲट 20 डिग्री सेल्सिअस अँड कम्स आउट ॲट 30 डिग्री सेल्सिअस. जे काही वॉटर असणार आहे ते वॉटरचं इनलेट टेम्परेचर दिलेलं आहे 20 डिग्री सेल्सिअस अँड आउटलेट टेम्परेचर दिलेलं आहे 30 डिग्री सेल्सिअस. ओके. सो दिस इज वॉटर ॲज ए कोल्ड फ्लुइड अँड ऑइल ॲज ए हॉट फ्लुइड. ऑइल म्हणजे काय असणार आहे? हॉट फ्लुइड असणार आहे. वॉटर म्हणजे काय असणार आहे? कोल्ड फ्लुइड असणार आहे. ओके. ऑइल एंटर्स ॲट 75 अँड कम्स आउट ॲट 60 डिग्री. सो राईट डाऊन इंटरनल डायमीटर कॉपर ट्यूबचा दिलेला आहे. सो DI इज इक्वल टू 20 mm. राईट डाऊन DI इज इक्वल टू 20 mm. So we have to convert that mm into meter. So 20 mm is nothing but 0.02 meter. Then outer diameter, that is DO, is equal to 23 mm. So 23 mm is nothing but 0.023 meter. Okay. Then while oil flows through the shell, water enters at 20 degrees Celsius and comes out at 30 degrees Celsius. So TC1, cold fluid चे इनलेटचं टेम्परेचर TC1 20 डिग्री सेल्सिअस आणि आउटलेट टेम्परेचर 30 म्हणजे TC2 is equal to 30 डिग्री सेल्सिअस. So write down TC1 is equal to 20 degree Celsius and TC2 is equal to 30 degree Celsius. TC1 20 degree Celsius, TC2 30 degree Celsius. Okay, so oil enters at 75 degree Celsius and comes out at 60 degree Celsius. म्हणजे हॉट फ्लुइडचं इनलेटचं टेम्परेचर आणि आउटलेटचं टेम्परेचर दिलेलं आहे. सो TH1 is equal to 75 and TH2 is equal to 60 degree Celsius. TH1 is equal to 75 and TH2 is equal to 60 degree Celsius. Okay. The water and oil side film coefficient. Water and oil side. वॉटरची जी साइड असणार आहे ती काय असणार आहे? द वॉटर अँड ऑइल साइड फिल्म कोएफिशियंट आर. वॉटर म्हणजे काय असणार आहे? इनर साइडला वॉटर असणार आहे आणि आउटर साइडला ऑइल असणार आहे. सो HI इज इक्वल टू 4500. सो राईट डाऊन HI इज इक्वल टू 4500 वॅट पर मीटर स्क्वेअर डिग्री सेल्सिअस. अँड आउटरचा हीट ट्रान्सफर कोएफिशियंट दिलेला आहे. आउटरला ऑइल असणार आहे. सो HO इज इक्वल टू 1250 वॅट पर मीटर स्क्वेअर डिग्री सेल्सिअस. ओके. द फॉलोइंग फॅक्टर्स ऑन ऑइल साइड. ऑइल साइड म्हणजे आउटरला असणार आहे. द फॉलोइंग फॅक्टर्स ऑन ऑइल साइड्स मे बी टेकन टू बी. म्हणजे RFI आणि RFO दिलेला आपल्याला. RFI किती आहे? RFI इज इक्वल टू 0.0004 अँड RFO इज इक्वल टू 0.001 आणि K दिलेला आहे थर्मल कंडक्टिव्हिटी 355. ओके. सो ऑल ऑफ यू राईट डाऊन HI इज इक्वल टू 4500 वॅट पर मीटर स्क्वेअर डिग्री सेल्सिअस. HO is equal to 1250 watt per meter square degree Celsius. K is equal to 355 watt per meter degree Celsius. Then RFI is equal to 0.004 and RFO is equal to 0.001. Okay. And the length is given, length of the tube, that is L is equal to 2.4 meter. 2.4 meter. Okay. So these are the given things. And what is to be calculate the overall heat transfer coefficient. Means we have to calculate the overall heat transfer coefficient for the outer or inner surface. So we have to calculate the overall heat transfer coefficient for the outer surface. So we have to take the UO is equal to question mark and heat transfer rate is, that is Q is equal to question mark. Okay. So we can calculate any overall heat transfer coefficient. म्हणजे जर UI कॅल्क्युलेट केला तर तुम्हाला UI इंटू AI इंटू थीटा एम घ्यायला लागेल आणि जर UO कॅल्क्युलेट केला तर UO इंटू AO इंटू थीटा एम घ्यावं लागेल. ओके. सो वी हॅव टू टेकिंग दी ओव्हरऑल ट्रान्सफर कोएफिशियंट फॉर द आउटर सरफेस. सो ॲज वी नो दॅट व्हॉट इज द स्टँडर्ड इक्वेशन फॉर दी ओव्हरऑल ट्रान्सफर कोएफिशियंट फॉर द आउटर सरफेस. ओके. Yes sir, take at the upper side. Overall heat transfer coefficient for the outer surface. So all of you write down this equation. What is the equation? Already we have derived the derivation for the yesterday's lecture. So we have to write down that equation. UO is equal to 1 divided by RO upon RI into 1 upon HI plus RO upon RI RFI plus RO by K ln of RO by RI plus RFO plus 1 upon HO. सो RO दिलेला आहे, DI दिलेला आहे, त्याच्यावरून आपण RI कॅल्क्युलेट करू शकतोय. DO दिलेला आहे, त्याच्यावरून आपण RO कॅल्क्युलेट करू शकतोय. HI दिलेला आहे, RFI दिलेला आहे, K दिलेला आहे, HO दिलेला आहे. सो ऑल व्हॅल्यूज आर गिवन टू अस. सो पुट दॅट व्हॅल्यूज इन टू द इक्वेशन अँड फाइंड आउट द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ UO. फाइंड आउट द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ UO. तर तुम्ही ह्या व्हॅल्यू पुट करा आणि आन्सर लिहून, आता फक्त आन्सर लिहून घ्या. UO इज इक्वल टू 396.8. व्हॉट इज द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ UO? UO इज इक्वल टू 396.8 वॅट पर मीटर स्क्वेअर डिग्री सेल्सिअस. UO चे इक्वेशन लिहून घ्या आणि त्याच्यानंतर तुमचं तुम्ही व्हॅल्यूज पुट करून आन्सर फाइंड आउट करा. आन्सर येते. वी हॅव टू चेक द आन्सर. आय हॅव कॅल्क्युलेटेड द आन्सर ॲज ए 396.8 वॅट पर मीटर स्क्वेअर डिग्री सेल्सिअस. वॅट पर मीटर स्क्वेअर डिग्री सेल्सिअस. ओके. तर आपल्याला क्यू कॅल्क्युलेट करायचा आहे. क्यू कॅल्क्युलेट करण्यासाठी आपल्याला काय लागणार आहे? आता आपण ओव्हरऑल हीट ट्रान्सफर कोएफिशियंट फॉर आउटर सरफेस घेतलेला म्हणजे ईओ घेतलेला आहे. तर ईओ इंटू एओ इंटू थीटा एम पाहिजे. एओ आपण कॅल्क्युलेट करू शकतोय. एओ कसा कॅल्क्युलेट करणार आहे? हाऊ टू कॅल्क्युलेट एओ, दॅट इज पाय इंटू डीओ इंटू एल. Okay, so take the screenshot of this. Then yes sir, next slide. Okay, so how to calculate AO? AO is nothing but pi into DO into L. So outer diameter is given 0.023 and length is given 2.4. So from that we have to calculate the AO. So what is the value of AO? That is 0.1734 meter square. This is the value of AO. Okay, so for the calculation of Q, what is the requirement? Q is equal to UO into AO into theta M. So this is the counter flow heat exchanger. So we have to draw the diagram for the graphical representation of the counter flow heat exchanger, that is TH1 to TH2, and TC1 is at the right hand side, TC1 to TC2. Left hand temperature difference म्हणजे theta 1 असणार आहे, right hand side temperature difference म्हणजे theta 2 असणार आहे. So we have to calculate the value of LMTD. So write down the equation. Theta M is equal to theta 1 minus theta 2 divided by ln of theta 1 upon theta 2. तर थीटा 1 ची व्हॅल्यू काय येणार आहे? TH1 मायनस TC2. त्याच्यावर आपल्याला किती व्हॅल्यू मिळते बघा? 45 येते डिफरन्स. आणि TH2 आणि TC1 मधला डिफरन्स किती होतोय? 40 येतोय. ओके, सो 45 minus 40 divided by ln of 45 by 40. So from that we get the value of theta m. So what is the value of theta m? Theta m is equal to 42.45 degrees Celsius. What is the value of theta m? Theta m is equal to 42.45 डिग्री सेल्सिअस. ओके, तर आता आपण ईओ कॅल्क्युलेट केलेला आहे, एओ कॅल्क्युलेट केलेला आहे, थीटा एम कॅल्क्युलेट केलेला आहे. Our aim is to calculate the Q. So what is the standard equation for the Q? Q is equal to UO into AO into theta m. ओके, तर त्या इक्वेशन मध्ये UO ची AO ची आणि थीटा एम ची व्हॅल्यू पुट करा. We get the value for the heat transfer rate. Okay, so Q is equal to UO into AO into theta m. So UO we have calculated 396.8, then AO 0.1734, and theta m 42.45. So by putting this value, we get the value for the rate of heat transfer, that is 2900 watt. Okay, 2900 watt. Okay, so those who are remaining, take the screenshot or write down these things. कुणाचं राहिलं असेल तर फास्ट मध्ये लिहून घ्या किंवा स्क्रीनशॉट काढून ठेवा. Okay, so these are the some of the problems related to the LMTD, then overall heat transfer coefficient. Okay, so that part we have completed. In the next lecture we have to discuss about the heat exchanger effectiveness and number of transfer units. So there are two derivations for the effectiveness for the parallel flow heat exchanger, then effectiveness for the counter flow heat exchanger. So that part we have discussed in the next lecture. Okay, so thank you very much. All of you put your roll numbers in the chat box. Okay, yeah, sir. Stop the recording and leave the meeting.